Hello and welcome to Talking NASCAR with Brandon and Clint. I'm Clint,
I'm Brandon.
and we're going to talk some NASCAR. So over this past weekend, the Atlanta race happened. I unfortunately did not get to watch it, but luckily Brandon did and texted me updates while I was driving. I'm not a surprise winner, sorta. Tyler Reddick wins the two races in a row after winning none last year. So
Yes, yes, that was very
exciting
surprising
ending,
to
eh?
me. Yeah, yeah, it was exciting. I definitely I he got, damage to the front end, they worked on it, but I did not see him coming back and winning that race. I thought,
No, that's I remember you texting me saying, "Oh, Reddick's out."
yeah,
I was like, "Ah," and then, like, the next text I got was Reddick won, and I was like, "Okay, what happened?"
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it was a very topsy-turvy, race. But it was definitely a surprise. It was a lot of fun to watch. I love the reconfiguration of Atlanta. I
Yeah,
think
me
it's
too. Yeah.
one of the best tracks now. I mean, it's
I
always been a great track.
Yes. Even when it was,
Um,
when they would wear tires in, like, 10 laps, it was great. And now it's a super speedway, but with handling involved, which is nice.
Yes, yes, and I was pulling for Bubba, of course, and, it looked like he was gonna win there towards the end, and he just made a a bad block,
Yeah.
towards the end there of, Hocevar, and, he went up and just blocked at the wrong time and then just got freight trained, and he finished 8th.
Yeah,
So,
okay. That's I was wondering because you said he was leading, like, the
yep.
last lap or something, and then I saw the finish results, and then he was 8th. I was
Yeah,
like,
and if there wouldn't have been a caution, if there wouldn't have been a green, white checker, I think honestly he was in a solid position to win the race. At some point this year, I think he will win, if not one
yeah.
race, possibly more than one race, given how strong 23XI is right now, and also just he's in the position, at least the first few weeks. We'll see how they do at Coda this weekend, but I am
Yeah.
not optimistic about their
I think
prospects there.
Reddick is a very good road racer.
Sure.
He has won a couple, road course tracks, granted
Mhm.
before the SVG era, as we'll say we're in.
Sure.
So I can see him putting up a good top 5, good top 10.
Mhm.
Uh, Bubba has gotten better, I'd say,
Mhm.
at road courses. He's a top 15 probably at a road course now. Riley Earp's obviously probably gonna win. Uh, but no, I feel like visually from looking in, 2311 has this kind of weight lifted off their shoulders with the lawsuit and everything being over and done with. They definitely, you know, it's good to see Bubba upset at missed wins
Mhm.
and not just poor results. You know what I mean? Like, was this close? And
Sure. Yeah,
he's had that
definitely.
happen a couple weeks in a row now. So um, definitely on that front, it's good to see, for Jordan, his team doing well. Um, I think Corey Heim is probably the next big driver to come along. He's definitely, I mean, we all know Riley Earps is there because monster money.
Sure.
Um, and nothing against that. It is what it is. That's the sport. But Corey Heim is definitely got a lot of raw talent. And I would say probably as much as Carson Hocevar, uh, but he doesn't have to rein it in quite as much as Hocevar.
Sure. And
They both have things to learn, obviously, but
they do,
yeah.
and Hocevar, you and I are both high on him in the long
Yep.
term. We think his
Mhm.
future is bright. But he seemed a little clueless, at Atlanta, and, he took out a few drivers, and at the end of the race, he was like, "I'm sure I upset people today for something." And that's the wrong I don't know if that's the right attitude, or if, he's not going to endear himself to fans necessarily with that attitude, but I don't really know
Yeah,
how he needs to he kinda reminds me of, our fellow Southwest Floridian,
Chastain. Yeah.
Chastain, Ross Chastain, uh, in his attitude, where he's kind of callous and indifferent about the destruction that he causes.
Well, and
And
some interviews I've seen with him for sure, like when he did the one with Dale Jr. and he was like, "Well, do you have any friends that at the racetrack?" He goes, "No."
yeah,
And I think Ross Chain's very much the same way where it's like I think Ross Chain is coming not that he's necessarily friends with people
mhm,
at the track so
mhm,
much
mhm,
as he's coming around to if I destroy too many cars, these guys are gonna get me back and it's gonna keep me from winning. So there
Yes,
has to
yeah,
be a give and take. Do I need to fight and move this guy out of the way for fifth? No.
yeah.
Sixth
And
is okay.
Ross has won races already, so I think he's got the hunger to win more. He
Yeah.
realizes how much, what it's like to win a race. Hocevar hasn't won a points race, so I think there's a lot of he doesn't know what he's missing yet by some of his because he will get victories taken away if he continues to drive so
Oh,
aggressive.
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Dale,
People will move
Dale,
him just to do it.
oh yeah, Dale Earnhardt, if he wouldn't have driven so aggressively, there were 15, 20 wins or more that
Yeah.
got away because people took him out to win because
And
you
vice versa. There
you
were probably 15 or 20 wins that he got because of the aggression.
that's true. That's true. That's
So
fair.
like I said,
Probably
it
more
is a
than
give
that.
and take. And if
Yeah.
Hocevar wants to go down this road, and that's fine. It's
Yeah.
great for the fans. It's great for you and me.
Sure.
Um, to watch. It gives us, that element and the kind of callous when you get out, like I don't really give a crap attitude.
Mhm.
I don't think is a bad thing from entertainment standpoint. But yeah, he's gonna. I think he will definitely get wins because of it,
Mhm.
as long as he times that aggression properly.
Yes.
From what I hear of Atlanta, he probably timed it correctly, but wasn't in a position to make the pass.
Mhm.
The
Yes.
funniest meme I saw was a picture of him, and it said a quote. It said, "If gap car," and I thought that because from what I understood, there was about 3/4 of a car's space, and he tried to make it work, which sometimes it will, and it'll work out, and it'll benefit him, and sometimes, like that time, it doesn't, and he'll learn
Well,
that each time. He'll learn that each mistake. He'll learn from it. I know Kyle Busch praised him after the truck race. They were de facto teammates for the race, and and he credited Hocevar for being his wingman
mhm.
and sticking behind him. And granted, Hocevar came on and said like, I couldn't win. My truck was overheating. So the next best thing was the organization to win, and that's not a bad attitude necessarily. Just
And the other thing that with Hocevar, and this is where I respect Ross Chastain a lot, and I think as long as if he's going to continue to race this way, again, that's fine. It's entertaining. I think it's better that he doesn't apologize because if you get out and apologize every single time, people are going to get sick of your crap.
yeah,
Like, stop apologizing and change versus saying, you know, I'm
yeah.
not sure.
He
But he needs to make he when he gets out of the car, if there are drivers that are upset, he needs to take his helmet off and he needs to hear them out. And
yeah,
that's one thing I respect about Ross. When Ross popped, who was that? Was that Noah Gragson? He punched.
Gregson, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Gregson, yeah, Gregson. Sorry,
Yeah, he warned him. He's like, "Don't touch me. You're touching me." And then he popped him.
yeah,
But they were both two adult men without their helmets on. They didn't act like little
right,
sissies.
yeah,
And that's where Kevin Harvick, I lost so much respect for Kevin Harvick. 90% of the time, he's yelling at people with his helmet on. Oh, you brave man. It's a pussy move to yell at someone with your freaking helmet on, you know.
right,
And so as long as Hocevar is willing to be a man about things and not back down and be willing to take a punch or defend yourself if needed, then I think he's okay. But if he's going to be a little, you can't half-ass it. If you're going to be
mhm,
balls to the wall with your style on the track, you need to be a man off the track in your approach to conflict. That's just my two
yeah.
cents.
No, for sure. Did you have any good Harvickisms from
Oh my God.
other than the ones I made up?
Fox needs to fire this guy. I don't know why he has a podcast. I don't know why he he's constantly he literally said what was one of the quotes I text you? Part of the race, you need to put yourself in a position to position yourself to do well.
Yes, yeah, you did text me that. Yeah,
Something along those lines. It's not an exact quote, but you get the gist, people. This is the sort of narrative we get from Kevin Harvick when he's broadcasting a NASCAR race. And then we have Clint Boyer's dumbass being his accomplice with Mike Joy trying to polish the turd that is the NASCAR broadcast booth now. Mike Joy could just call the race himself with silence in between his calls. I think you made that point over
yeah,
text one day, and it would be much better. Kevin Harvick, you offer nothing. If you see this, I know you're a big fan of the show. Clint Boyer, you offer nothing. Mike Joy, you're great.
I think
I'm not really opinionated normally.
no, not at all. Uh, there are definitely radio guys that I would love to see come over
Hmm.
to the TV. That
Sure.
I think would do a great job. Um,
I'd love
so
to.
honest,
I'd love to have Eli Gold back. Eli Gold and
yeah,
Mike Joy in the booth. You
yeah,
know how badass that would be.
yeah, absolutely. Dave Despain. What is that guy doing? Is he alive? I don't. I'm
I
not gonna
don't
look that
know
up.
if he's still alive.
I don't know if he's alive or not. But so on a scale of 1 to 10,
Okay.
how did you see that? How did you rate that race?
Okay.
He's
I
still
would
alive,
give
by
it
the way.
sure. Oh, he is. Okay. Dave Despain's still alive. Okay. I would give it. I think I'd give it an 8. It
Okay.
was exciting. Yeah, it was a very good race.
Good, good.
I was hoping for a little. I enjoyed the finish. I was happy to see Reddick win for MJ. Obviously, 2 in a
Mhm.
row. That's incredible, and I love that he's not. It's not Hendrick. It's not. It's one
Yeah,
of the. We could consider it fair, kind of like Spire a little bit. It's an upstart a little bit.
yeah. It's a
Do you agree?
satellite of Gibbs, and I'm sure
It is, but
they're getting
yes,
more than, let's say, a Front Row Motorsports did when they
sure,
were aligned because of Denny. But definitely, yeah, definitely one of the newer teams, and I think definitely a future team. And it's good to see, same with Trackhouse, new owners coming in because Hendrick is probably going to pass on his Hendrick Motorsports to Jeff Gordon. I think that's probably the
sure.
process is going. Jimmy Johnson taking over Legacy. Obviously, Richard Petty's gonna only God, he's in his 90s, I think.
Yep.
Uh, so it's only so much longer he's gonna go. That at least he's a younger owner.
Mhm.
Um, and then obviously Denny and Michael Jordan there with 2311. That at least there's new blood coming in for the
Yep.
the Penske's, the Gibbs, the Hendricks that are gonna bow out probably sooner rather than later. And
Sure.
not to say like I don't know who Penske has necessarily waiting in the wings. Also RFK with Brad Keselowski taking over the
Sure.
majority of that
True.
from because Roush again, another one of those is getting very old.
Yep.
Um, Gibbs, obviously, I think probably passes on to Ty Gibbs. Childress will probably pass on to Austin Dillon.
Mhm.
And then, but yeah, Penske, I don't, and say Hendrick and to Jeff Gordon. But
Yeah.
as far as Penske goes, I don't really know the contingency plan there. I would have
It's in
thought Cindric's dad, who
Mhm.
was kind of higher up, but he got fired last year because of an IndyCar thing. So I
Well,
don't.
it's interesting too that all these former drivers or current and former drivers would be taking over as
Mhm.
the chief or the CEOs effectively of these
Yeah.
teams. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, Roger Penske this past week or the week before turned 89 years old.
Wow.
It was on
Wow.
a yeah,
Yeah. I don't know if he's got kids waiting in the wings. You don't hear anything about it.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, really, what happens there? That'd be an interesting thing to figure out. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else on the race? That's
No, I mean, no, I really, like I said, I really enjoyed it. I did. I was very surprised Reddick won, but I was also, I was bummed my pick. We haven't discussed how our picks did yet.
yes.
You
Sorry.
did your little Ty Dillon fake pick, and then
I
you went
did.
with
Well,
Chris
I
Buescher.
think
Then you
because
stuck
you
to the.
you mocked me so relentlessly for my pick, I changed to Chris Busher.
It's because Ty Dillon is an objectively ridiculous pick any day, any
Yes,
week that you.
but as we discussed the rules as we made them up as we went, we can only pick each driver once. So
I just want on record this is a stupid rule. I'm going to go along with it because I respect you as a person, but it's a stupid
a
rule.
little, yeah. It is a stupid
I
rule,
respect you enough to be honest with you. This is a
right?
stupid rule.
But otherwise, what would you just keep picking Larson every time, and then Bell maybe, and then SVG for the road courses? Like we would just
Well,
it'd be
then
too
yeah,
easy,
that's true. No, no. Well, then we're like the broadcasters with their picks every
right?
week. It's
Exactly.
the
And I
same
wanted, yeah,
crap.
exactly. Um,
All right, all right, all right. You
so
sold
as
me.
far as that
Sorry, sorry,
goes, yeah,
sorry for all the horrible things I said
exactly.
to you over
Thank
text, and
you,
you're
thank you.
welcome. You're welcome.
And then so well, you won. I believe you won. Yes, you won the Daytona 500. pick.
I won. I should be
You did.
rich.
You did. And then I won the Atlanta pick. So Busher finished 15th, which Ty Dillon still finished 16th. So we still would have I still would have beat you. So I should have probably burned my Dillon pick on that one. And then Larson finished, I think, 32nd after he was leading, and you said crashed himself out.
Yes, he was leading and crashed himself, but I want that on record, that my pick was winning.
Was
Yes, Ty Dillon didn't
what
lead.
was it,
Didn't
Mr.
lead.
Whitaker? Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Oh, good old Mr. Whitaker.
Yeah.
For those of you
Let's
watching,
play. Is he still alive? Because I wouldn't have bet not.
Ron Whitaker. He was our 5th grade teacher, which
Yeah.
was yeah, that's a good question. Wonder if he is still alive. My mom would know.
Your mom would know, but probably not.
Yeah.
Mom,
if you're watching,
almost only
drop
counts
a comment.
hand grenades.
What's up?
Mr. Whitaker, if you're watching this, drop a comment.
No, it's like, Mom, if you're watching this and if you know
or
Whitaker, drop a comment.
Stewart, if you could drop a comment and a like and share whether or not Mr. Whitaker's alive. So that leads us to our picks for Coda.
All right.
And again, you can only pick each guy once. Therefore, the question is, will Brandon burn an SVG now, or will he wait for another road course?
So I have a question here. So
yes,
what happens if we pick the same driver?
We pick up backup driver.
All right. Okay. Well,
I don't know that. Like, I don't know who. Okay, so I'm gonna go first because I won.
All right, fine. Go first.
This gives you time to change your pick.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. My pick is Suarez.
Okay. Definitely
He's a decent road course racer. He has one. He won at Sonoma. And you got to burn him at some point, like kind of like a Cody Ware. You got to burn him at some point. And I know when I'm going to burn Cody Ware. We've discussed it on the show where I think, and when it's coming. So yeah, Suarez is my pick for Coda.
Okay, Suarez is your pick. I'm going to go with Chase Elliott.
Yikes! Really?
Okay, He's won there before.
At Coda, has he?
He has. Yep. He's won a bunch of road races. Yeah.
No, I know he's won road races. I didn't know he won at Coda.
Yep. Yeah, in 2021. Yep. So save your scoffy little judgment.
You scoffed at me for Ty Dillon.
It's because Ty Dillon, again, this is a.
I understand it's a terrible pick. There are going to be terrible picks. Again, you're going to have to pick Cody Ware at some point this season.
You can't make me.
Maybe no, you're right. These are 40-car fields. You could technically avoid a Cody Ware.
Maybe Morgan Shepherd will come out of retirement and I could pick him.
Right. That's true.
Jimmy Johnson, he's running maybe
David Marcus. What was David Marcus?
Dave Marcus.
Dave Marcus. Maybe he comes 90 some odd years old. Richard Petty decides to drive the pace car. Somehow that's faster. Any of these options are possible.
Yes. So I'm going to go with Chase Elliott. And then if he wins, then I'm going to give you a whole bunch of crap.
I think he probably can do better than Suarez, but I'm looking long term. Do I think Elliott would be a better choice somewhere else? Who knows? I know it's all. Who cares, right? It's for fun. It's all fun and games, except whoever wins gets a Brandon Buck in New Orleans.
Well, I'm giving away money now in New Orleans. I'm giving away money now.
You're right. Okay. If you win, you get a Clint Buck. If I win, I get a Brandon Buck.
Fair enough. That's
so
fine.
That is on the line.
That'll work.
Yeah. So we'll just run through a couple quick ones here before we wrap up. Toyota signs Keelan Harvick to a development deal. 13 years old, is obviously proven to be insanely good. Has beat his dad. Has beat just about everybody's raced. He's in a late model. I'm surprised, as much as I think a lot of people, considering he was sponsored by Hendrick Cars, that he wasn't. I thought for sure he was probably already signed as a Hendrick development driver, but not. And I think great pickup for Toyota. Toyota has a great pipeline of drivers.
Sure.
And if you look at a lot of the current drivers, most of them probably at some point were in the Toyota pipeline.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think he, super talented. incredibly young. I hope they don't rush him too much.
No, I hope not to.
I worry a little
They will.
bit, even though even though the sky is the limit for someone like Zilich, I do still have concerns. Like
Yeah.
he may go through the school of hard knocks a little bit before he really reaches his potential. Is he
Yeah.
really ready for this level? You know what I mean? So that could happen with Keelan. That
Yes.
could
No, for
happen. He,
sure. Or it could be like a Logano situation where Logano was rushed.
mhm.
Gibbs ended up letting him go in favor of Matt Kenseth, and then Logano got kind of broke down
Sure.
with
Yeah,
that
the
too.
Logano example is a good one. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
very young. Um, the real question I have is, would Keelan Harvick be a better broadcaster than his father?
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes.
The insights of a 13-year-old are better
Yeah.
than what is being offered right now by the Fox broadcast booth.
Yeah. That's funny. Um,
I try.
the yeah, yeah. The only other thing, we kinda talked about briefly was Joe Gibbs, going or is suing Chris Gabehart, for potentially stealing information. I see this going on probably a while. Chris saying he absolutely did not, and that Joe Gibbs had hired somebody to see if he was, and they couldn't find anything. But then Joe Gibbs coming up with, here was the termination paperwork explicitly stating these reasons, and
Mhm.
signed by Chris, I believe. So, be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Chris Gabehart is a very good crew chief, probably a very good competition director. He said something today about him leaving because of how they favorited Ty Gibbs and didn't hold him accountable to the same things as the other drivers.
Mhm.
Um, Interesting, probably also very true.
I mean, Ty Gibbs is a spoiled brat. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's
I'm
his
not
grandpa's team. Of course he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised to hear that at all, that if that's the case. I
No.
mean, Austin Dillon, same thing with
Yeah.
RCR.
Yeah.
Kid's
And
a
I
brat.
don't I don't even know I have any real faith in Ty Gibbs to win a race.
Sure.
I think he's come close a few times, but it's always something, and I just like he doesn't have. I think Chase Briscoe has more raw speed,
Mhm.
and Denny Hamlin has, obviously for his age, way more racecraft. And then Christopher Bell, I think, has more raw speed and has good racecraft,
Sure.
as far as that goes. And the fact that if those three weren't so good and dominant last year, and then you have Ty Gibbs who can't win a race, um, I think and after what has he been in the Cup Series? 3 years now? 2 years?
Yes. Yeah, it's been a few years, yeah.
Yeah, like, not to say he doesn't have potential, but I don't, if he hasn't by now, and I hate to do the Joey Logano example because Joey Logano did win in his first year.
Mhm.
It was a rain shortened race, but he did win. Um, that I don't know, maybe he just doesn't have it at that level. Maybe the car just doesn't agree with his driving style. He was very good in Xfinity, so O'Reilly, whatever. Uh, so I don't know why that's not transitioning over. And now when he does go down to O'Reilly series, he doesn't win. So
Sure. Sure.
I don't know. I mean, he's been through a lot. Obviously, he lost his dad and stuff like that. So I'm
Mhm.
not like, I feel for him in that way. Um, but I don't know if
No,
he deserves that right or not.
yeah, no, I mean, I think I am fine with him not winning.
Mhm.
I think he is someone that is very hard to root for. Just,
Yeah.
just comes across like a douche, to be honest with you. He definitely wins the award for the most punchable face in NASCAR, I'll give him that.
Yes. Yeah.
Um, I think you and I have exchanged text messages where I'm like, "Man, somebody needs to just pop this guy next
Yeah.
time he races like a spoiled teenager who isn't paying for his ride."
Right.
But yeah, no, but that's my personal vendetta against Ty Gibbs aside. See, people don't understand. Well, some people understand. It's the hate that makes NASCAR so great.
Right. Right. It's
It's
not
what
just loving one driver, it's loving to hate someone else.
Well, there's at least 15 guys out there where I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I don't just want you to lose. I want you to be upset about it. I want you to go home and be
Right.
sad. That's what makes the
Right.
sport so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Uh, And so, yeah, with that, I think that's all
No,
I have.
yeah, no, another brilliant episode.
Yeah.
I was going to say that I had a fake sponsor lined up, but they pulled out of the show at the last minute.
Yeah.
And so I have no
That's
fake
heartbreaking.
sponsor. They
No,
bailed.
I don't either.
I can't even say the name of
Uh,
the company or the product.
no, I'm just looking around my room. No. Um, I'm not going to say Bud Light again because it's warm. So no, okay. With that, keep it between the lines, as Ricky Van Shelton said, and please, for the love of God, merge into traffic at the appropriate speed. Okay,
White till it's white, everybody.
and
White
white till it's white.
till it's white. Take care of each other. Rock the vote.